Ale.
Hey.
And welcome everybody to Rooted Black Farms. We wanted to show you what our overwintering process looks like. First, let me show you some of the materials. What we've done is dug up some of the rich soil that we had delivered last spring. Put it in the buckets. And then what Alejandro is doing here is filling up these nice canvas bags that we ordered on Amazon, actually. These are 2-gallon bags. Let me show you. This is what they look like. Just regular 2-gallon bags. What he's doing is filling the bottom with soil, placing the pepper trees, and this just happens to be a habanero tree, in the bag. And once he puts the habanero tree in the bag, he fills the bag with soil, which is just regular soil that the tree was used to being planted in out in the garden. Good job, Ali. He's gonna make sure that whole root ball is covered. All right, welcome back to Rooted Black Farms. Here we have a habanero plant. This has been out of the ground now for about 4 days. So what I'm gonna show you how to do at this point is to prune the habanero tree. So first things first, you wanna pick all the peppers off. And I know if you've been growing these plants all spring, summer, and into the fall, it's really hard or heart-wrenching to do what we're about to do. But trust me, this is what's necessary in the pruning process if you want these to grow bigger and better next year. Excuse me, this process is called overwintering. So first what you want to do is find some really good bags, like I showed you in the previous section of the video. Get some really good canvas bags. These are better just because they help to keep the plant warm. I've found that plastic containers can sometimes not insulate the soil and the root ball that well. And the main key here is to keep the root ball alive. So you don't want it to get waterlogged, which would cause root rot. And you also don't want it to get too dry where it gets dried out and dies, or lack of nutrients. So I'm going to show you how to prevent all these things. But the too dry or too wet with the root rot is an easy solve with these nice canvas bags. I think it was a pack of 15 on Amazon for about $25, so they're not bad at all. And I know you can't see on the video, but Alejandro and I have about 75 plants that we are overwintering and repotting, so these come in handy. They're lightweight, they're easy to move around, nice handles on each bag. So what we're gonna do, zoom in a little bit, Ale, please. What we're gonna do is find the V on the plant. And as you can see, this plant's pretty mature. I know it looks a little thin just because it's been out of soil and water and stuff for a while now. But what you wanna do is find the V. Oop, there's a little spider in there. But this tree has multiple V's in it. So really, to prune it, all you wanna do is look for like the knobs right there. Cut right above those nodules. And we're gonna do a pretty, quote unquote, severe cut job, but this is really to keep the plant so it's not putting out too much energy to try and keep these long stems and the leaves alive. So we are going to cut it pretty low here, and then any little stems like that you can cut all the way down, and this will help the tree to survive the next several months. The next thing that you're going to do is get some all-purpose fertilizer. And this is organic. I want to say that this is, oh, here it is right here, 555 fertilizer. It's just all-purpose. It's just going to help keep the nutrients in the root ball. So what you're going to do is spread them all around the base of this plant. And then what you're going to do is go on ahead and water that down. What you're gonna do then is go ahead and water that fertilizer down around the root ball. Get the soil nice and wet. because we're not going to water these plants too often. They don't need to be in direct sunlight, just not in total darkness, because clearly they're not going to be taking any, there won't be any photosynthesis happening because the plant is technically dormant when you overwinter it. And that's what we want to do, is make it dormant. That's why we trimmed it down so far. That can actually go too. And then what you're going to do is take some of the dry leaves, which are all over, and you're just going to crunch up the leaves and cover the top of the soil with the leaves. This is going to help insulate the soil. Again, keeping it warm and keeping the nutrients in there to that root ball, keeping that root ball nice and vibrant. So when you're ready to bring your plants back out next summer, they will get big and bushy and beautiful, just like they were in the height of the summertime. So thank you. Got it. Look to the bottom of the screen and click like. Go on, you can do it.